What is up, guys? It is your boy Phil Shocker, the nicest hedgehog here with our Week 16 builder of RGBL going against Teddy here in this Week 6 showdown. If you guys can, hit that like button down below if you haven't already. Subscribe to join the Phil Shocker crew today because you people are really like. Here you go. You be friendly with the king of the crew. Excuse me. And Teddy's team is very frightening. Even though his team is 1-4, it does not go show that his team is not any better. Be granted, I feel like his team's a little off because he's got multiple typings of one mon. Like, he's got 2 ground types, he's got 2 steel types. Like, I feel like it's just... I think like that's something that happens that it throws off a lot of people. But they can always just play different roles. But breaking down his team, he's got his Ferrothorn, Noivern, Lucario, Rotom Wash, Mudsdale, Galarian, Mr. Mime, Centiskorch, Sableye, and Rhyperior, with Gmax actually being Alcremie. Now, Gmax Alcremie's Gmax move actually lets it recover, I think, about a third or a fourth of HP back. It's a little different how Draining Kiss and those Draining type moves actually work, so it's a bit of a semi-scary G-Max move to watch out for, but Alcremie as itself is not really that threatening of a Pokemon. If it starts setting up with Acid Armor or Calm Minds, then it is. But I think we have the team that can really do this. But again, if I see his G-Max coming, I definitely see Ferrothorn coming. I definitely see Noivern coming. Otherwise, he's not going to get anyway ruining my hazards in that sense of regard. Lucario 100% comes, and I know for a fact that is going to be nasty Lucario. 100%. Rotom Wash, I definitely think comes as a defensive Pokemon, and I think Mudsdale does come for Stealth Rock purposes. I think that makes a lot of sense for it. I mean, I could possibly see Mr. Mime come this week as well, Eviolite, because that thing has actually been leading, I think is leading his team in kills, which is weird to say, but Mr. Mime is actually putting in some work, so I might potentially think about getting it a little bit. Centiskorch I don't think really comes that well. It doesn't really do anything, and plus it has to probably run Flame Body, if anything, to be honest with you. Sableye I don't really think comes when there's some of my mons that can stop Prankster and don't really care if they get burned or anything like that, because it's going to work more of their one thing. So, and Rhyperior, I don't think Rhyperior comes at all in this matchup, to be completely honest with you. I don't think it does anything else. But we have a team here, and our new transactions come in, and we're going to actually be using out 2 of those new bad boys. But let's first get into the team. We've got Cryptic, my Heliolisk, and Cryptic just kind of wins the game. Once we get rid of Noivern, I win this game with Heliolisk, because I have Thunderbolt, Surf, Happy Voice, and Focus Blast with 152 HP for bulk, max special attack, and enough speed to outspeed Lucario. Now, I could have potentially ran Modest this week, but I'm running this specifically. Excuse me. I'm running this to specifically make sure I counter Ferrothorn in that type of way to give me some bulk. Because depending if he's a physically offensive set, a Thunderbolt into Focus Blast or Thunderbolt or Hyper Voice into Focus Blast more than likely always kills him unless he is Chople Berry. But if I'm thinking like him, I potentially run the Oka Berry because of the things like Flareon, which actually can put some work against his team if he's not careful. But this moveset checks his entire team. The only thing I don't check on a Vantage Point would be technically Noivern and or Rotom Wash. But I was thinking to myself, because I do get Dragon Pulse, so I was thinking of myself to run Dragon Pulse, but I decided to keep Hyper Voice for the fact that, 1, Stab Hyper Voice is really good, and plus, not counting Sableye and Rhyperior, it hits everything on his team. So why not run it over instead of Thunderbolt, even though Thunderbolt does the same thing, in sense too. But Cryptic can really win this game for us here. Up next is the debut of Zach, our Flareon, and Zach is a very unique set this week. I believe this is made to outspeed... Do we creep this? If I had Jolly, I could have creeped this to be faster than Noivern, but I wanted the more offensive prowess because I get into a little bit of bulk. I believe this lets me outspeed Lucario, I'm pretty sure. I'll double check that to make sure. But running max attack Adamant to hit as hard as I possibly can. Flame Charge just to get that speed boost going. But if I actually was Flame Charge into Noivern, if I actually had Adamant and my guts activated right then, Then Facade kills on the next turn. But Flame Charge Facade, basically the set to really use to beat teams down. Flare Blitz is just stab that he has trouble switching into. Oh, well, Rotom Wash, that's what I was thinking about. Rotom Wash was this. And you see Baton Pass. Now, this is the hidden tech between Baton Pass right here. Flame Charge gives me a speed boost. So what I can do is Baton Pass that thing in. And that is the goal behind this set, is to Baton Pass into a certain Pokemon. And you'll understand why in a second. But this mon can basically actually win the game on its own if it really gets the right vantage point in that sense of regard. Up next, we have Salamander coming back. It's been a while since we used Goodra. I think after our first or second week, potentially, or so. But we haven't used Goodra a lot. But Goodra is really good this game. Goodra really kind of just wins. Sorry as I am moving stuff around, guys. But yeah, Goodra wins this game. Could potentially win this game for us too. We have every single move possible to check this team in its entirety. I really wish we could have had some way to gain health, but we don't. Alright, max HP 96 in defense, 36 speed up, and 124 of the modest nature. I am hitting as hard as I possibly can with this team. I always take 1 to 2 hits from every single thing on his team, and unless he's Calm Mind Alchemy, I always beat that thing with a Surf plus any move with Sludge with any chip damage. I can get if I get about 10 to 15 chip damage down, Sludge Wave always picks up a KO 100% of the time. And that's what's really good about this Pokemon, that it just takes the hits. Because with Assault Vest, this thing is insanely bulky and just never dies. It just never dies. And his team is going to be primarily special. So basically, and I'm running Sap Sipper. Now, there's a little concern running Sap Sipper when it makes no sense. But if you think about it, I legit think he's going to be bringing Leech Seed with his team. Leech Seed is very deadly versus me because of the fact it just whittles my team down and it forces a lot of switches on my end to where then he can take advantage of those and get switches into his perspective. So I went with the fact that Sap Sipper to bluff also let him start. So in case he potentially does bring Sableye and wants to willow this thing, I can trick him and then I can just pretty much click buttons versus his team. Now, actually now thinking about it, in case that Sableye does come, I'm bringing Acid Spray now. Now, I changed actually just now to Acid Spray because this thought came to my mind. If I'm going to be one against every one of his team members and I can whittle it down, I'd rather get that chip damage with Acid Spray to get this -2 speed up and then click a button that kills something, which is really good. Up next, we're bringing Ganon with that same set we ran last week with Weakness Policy, which came in really clutch. Even though it only killed up 1 kill, it still came in pretty clutch. It could have came out of the game if he would have a choice Scarper on his team. But we're bringing Nasty Plot Light Screen. Light Screen to get set up for special attack purposes. Screen Setter would have been really good in this game as well, but I feel like Ganon's really more important in an offensive standpoint. And as you can see, I'm going nasty and I'm going special with Dark Pulse and... Wait, why do I have Light Screen on here twice? Good thing I just caught that. Dazzling Gleam. We're running 176 HP, max special attack, modest 80 in speed depth. This thing is basically to set up Light Screen turn 1, and then either Light Screen or Nasty Plot turn 1, and then G-Max, and then we click buttons versus his team. I'm literally just going to click buttons with this mon, and that's the job this thing does in this matchup. Not gonna talk too much about it because that's what the purpose of this mon was to do. Up next, it's the debut of Gladiator with the Copa Berry, and this is where I'm telling you this tech is going to come into play. The tech of Baton Pass Flareon, that +1. With that +1, this Surf Edge. Sorry, guys, my god. With this +1 speed, I outspeed a creepy Noivern creepy my Helios, which means, oh my god. Sorry, there's something in my throat or something like that. I outspeed that creep. And then and I can set up a Swords Dance as he comes in. I set up a Swords Dance, knockoff, depending if he has a lot of HP investment, should almost pick up a kill. And if not, knockoff into any one move I have on this team should always pick up the kill. Last up on these, we have Gladiator, put in a lot of work. Chicago or Carbonite, and he's going to do the same thing with Sub, Bulk Up, Braybird, and Body Press. The set is designed to outspeed Bulky, Rotom, and also just click Sub, Bulk Up until we just can start killing things with Body Press, and then Braybird, whatever I think I need to Braybird. But that's going to be the team, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Sorry if I run for these things. It's quick. It's all I can do. But till next time, guys.